Hey, good morning, guys. Today's the 23rd of July, 2017. I'm going to be going over this week's trade ideas. First one on the list is ACAD. Looking at the chart, obviously you're seeing that the chart's starting to curl to the upside. We have a definite area for the chart where it's breaking to the upside here. And so now that the chart's breaking the downtrend to the upside, I know earnings is coming up on this one soon into this week, which most of the charts earnings are coming up. And you play them accordingly, right? You either hold into if you're really confident with it, or don't. I don't prefer to hold through earnings because that's a risky scenario. But I mean, obviously everybody trades differently. For right now, the chart breaking trend to the upside closed over the 200 SMA. We do have a gap here to get filled at $31.41. Ideally, I think the gap gets filled. So what I'd like to see is I'd like to see the chart have a pullback, retest some of this breakout area here. Preferably, I'd like to see it retest just this pin breakout here, just the one that it just came off over. So about that $30, 23 cents, somewhere around there. If we can get the pullback in that area, it could be a tight pullback just because the chart's already kind of breaking to the upside. So I like ACAD long into the week. I mean, you can obviously play the simplest way, which is a break over Friday session high, which is a break over, what's that number here? Friday session has about 30.61. So it could be a simple trade, a break over Friday session high sets you into a long up to that $31.41 gap fill type trade. The next one on the list is Gsit. Like this chart, like the curl, chart's doing a bunch of things here that you should be looking at. Obviously, we have the chart that's breaking, that's trying to push to the upside. We have a chart that's holding the uptrend. Volumes coming in sporadically. Chart still keeps staying up to the upside. Ideally, a chart trade on this one would be a break over the trend to the upside. But I think even in this range here, it's a playable chart. Understanding that obviously you have to use the areas of support. If the chart stays into the uptrend here, and it should provide you with enough support to keep on in the long idea until you get the wedge to break to the upside. Then it could be a spot that you add into. So for right now, what you could do is look for a pullback on the chart. I think if you can get the pullback on the chart down into this range where it finds support here closer to about the $8.10, could provide you with enough support to take the trade on the long and look for the chart to break through the trend to the upside. Number 3 on the list is GBT. I like the chart. I feel like the chart's been consolidated in this range for quite a bit, and it deserves a breakout. We do have some volume that came into the chart on Friday, and I'd like to see some continuation off of this one. Simple way to trade this one for right now, being that it isn't aggressive just yet. You can play the trend break to the upside and try to see if we can get the continued move. I do feel like the chart is trying to at least give us a reason here to be long. So a break over this $30.50 could ideally put you into the trade. But if you want to wait for a pullback on it, somewhere closer to about $29.50 on GBT should give you a long entry. Number 4 on the list is DG. I like the curl on this short-term breakout trade here. So what you're looking at is you're looking for areas on the chart that it's breaking out to the upside. We can see on this little short-term trend here that a break over Friday session high would put you into a long scenario on it. And so the long scenario is going to be based off the flag breaking to the upside, increased volume, buyers into close on Friday, gives you the idea that DG might be able to make a bigger move to the upside. A lot of the charts that I bring up, even though they're just trade ideas, a lot of the charts that I do bring up do have continuation effort and do have more of a swing potential outlook. So do kind of keep a closer eyes on some of the charts for more so of continuation trades. That's kind of where my trades lead to. My ideas don't necessarily lead to just single intraday, one day type moves, but they do lead to sometimes more continuation effort. I like this little sage trade here to the upside. Feel like the chart is breaking trend to the upside. It closed over the flag. Now I think the chart's hungry for a new high. So at this point here, being that we do have some volume coming in, I think it's a definite tradable chart. What I'd like to see is a retrace on it. I'd like to see a pullback on the chart somewhere into this $82.72 range. So almost a 1 point pullback from where the chart is. I'd like to see it retest the high breakouts from this little pivot point that it pushed over. So ideally what I'd like to see it retest is this pivot point. So a nice pullback to $82.70 on Sage gives you a long shot, and obviously what I'm thinking is the chart wants a new high here. So I'd be looking for a continuation trade on Sage. OPK, double bottom scenario type trade. So here's the double bottom on the chart. Now what we're looking at is we're looking at the chart to break through that area here, because that's going to provide an area of resistance. So ideally speaking, a break over $6.75 is what you're looking for here. And if the chart can break through that $6.75, I think it'll shoot up to this area here at 725, and then if it breaks there, then you have a nice continuation trade on OPK. A chart like this can hover in this range for a while. So what you want to do is, instead of putting your money there to sit on a chart, wait for the chart to break to the upside first and then take the trade. So a simple alert system would be ideal for something like this, and most of your platforms could be set up to give you alerts. Mgti, small chart, yes, but the chart's curling at the 200 SMA. We have a 50, 200 crossover, which is a bigger time frame crossover, which should give us a bigger play to the upside. I like the Mgti. I think for this chart here, we can wait for the chart to break over the highs and then play it on the long side over this $1.45. So a break over the $1.45 puts you into a long scenario. Well, I can't get this line. A break over the 145 puts us into this long trade here. All you have to do is set up your alerts on it and then just wait. Just wait. Wait for the chart to break over the 145 and you got yourself a trade. Most of the charts that you can set up for alerts, you know, it's a very simple way for you to really not have to sit there and stare at an individual chart, where you can just have those alerts working in the background, and they can be working for you while you're paying attention to something else. HMNY, I like this one. Decent volume coming in. Float's about 2.3 million on this one, so it's a nice low float trade. I think a break over to $3.15 gets us some continuation on it. So why I'm looking at 315 and rather not the 314 that it hit on Friday is because the 315 acts as a bigger resistance here, and if the chart can break through the 315, I think we make a shot all the way up to about this $3.64 level, where we'll come into some contact with the 200 SMA and also some resistance from this big push to the upside. So HMNY, a break over $3.15 gets you to about 364, where we'll see some pullback on the chart. Number 9 on the list is Zayo. Chart closed over the 200 SMA, giving you a nice bullish feel on it. I know that the chart's up for a few sessions and you may not feel like taking it here is a smart idea, but all you have to do is make sure that the chart holds the 200 SMA. Make sure the chart pulls back to a respectable area and then take it on the long side. If you were to do a simple fib on this and you felt like, hey, we needed to get a bigger, deeper pullback, well, that fib area on this chart comes in about $31.30. So all you have to do is set an alert for it. If the chart comes back here down to this level, you can take it on the long. But for a day trade, you can just take the trade on the long side if a chart breaks over the highs here. Why I like it breaking over the highs is because it broke over this area here that it had a problem with before. So a break over that area here gives me a long feeling on the chart. So what I'd like to see is a small pullback on it, somewhere closer to about $34.50. $32.50. That'll give me a nice retest of the 200 SMA and then a continued move to the upside. So Zayo. Number 10 on the list is Plse. I like the chart. I like the bullish harami on the daily. I feel like we're coming into some areas here where we can find some support. You can see that the chart's coming back, retesting these pivot points, and these pivot points here could serve as a support area for this next move on the chart. We have a couple things that you can look at on the chart to simplify your action, simplify why you want to take the trade or why you don't want to take the trade. Here would be a good reason to take the trade. If the chart breaks the trend to the upside, that's a trend reversal, and that would be an ideal reason to take the trade. So this sort of stuff gets you the attention that yes, I want to look at this chart, and then when the trend breaks to the upside, gets you the yes, I want to take the chart. So there's a big difference with seeing a chart and actually taking the trade. So this is where your idea for the reversal comes across with the bullish harami on the daily, and then now the break of the trend to the upside gets you into the trade, to try to see if the trend reversal gets you a move back up to this $35 level. So those are the 10 for this week. I only do 10. There's quite a bit more on my Twitter page that you can look at. And if you are interested in day trading with me, please join me. Go to the website ICEMANTradingAcademy.com, and there you'll find links to pretty much everything that we do, and sign up pages that you can come give us a test drive and see if you like what you see. Have a great week, guys.